Now, a lot of people like overpowered stories where the main character blows off the villains without breaking a sweat. But some like underdog stories where the main character starts from the bottom and continues to get stronger every episode. But guess what? I like them both. So today I have the top 10 anime where the main character looks weak but is actually overpowered. So without further delay, let's dive on in. So to start off the list, we have Infinite Dendrogram. And as weird as the title sounds, believe me, the anime's weirder. So here we follow a seemingly ordinary player in a fully immersive multiplayer VR game. And as you'd expect at first, the main character doesn't appear particularly remarkable, just a beginner navigating the complex world of the game. His calm demeanor and modest approach to challenges give the impression that he's just another average player. However, the main character's true strength comes from his unique embryo, Nemesis, which evolves into a powerful weapon with various forms and abilities. His bond with Nemesis combined with a strategic mind allows him to take on challenges that would overwhelm even the experienced players. The anime does well in blending fantasy with the intricacies of a virtual world, offering a rich setting filled with diverse characters and engaging battles. So you want to watch something similar to SAO but with a unique twist? This one's for you. Then at number 9 we have I Parry Everything. Now this anime has a unique take on the action genre, focusing on the intricacies of defense and counterattacks rather than sheer power. The main character here is an unassuming young man who seems out of place in a world filled with warriors and magic users. His lack of aggressive power really makes him look weak and defenseless. However, this guy possesses a unique skill. He can dodge any attack no matter how powerful or fast. This ability makes him an unstoppable force in battles, as he can neutralize any threat with precision and timing. His parrying technique not only protects him, but also turns his opponent's strength against them, creating a fascinating dynamic in every fight. This underdog story is compelling because it flips the usual narrative where power and aggression dominate, showcasing the strategic depth of defensive combat. The anime's pacing allows for deep dives into the main character's tactics and growth, making each battle a chess match of anticipation and reaction. The animation highlights the fluidity and grace of parrying, making it a visually distinct series. So if you are searching for something different, this one might be it. Next at number 8, we have Tales of the Abyss. Now stop thinking about Made in Abyss, it's definitely not related to that. This show centers on a sheltered, amnesiac noble, with no apparent combat skills or remarkable traits. So it seems like the dude is lacking both the physical and mental fortitude to face the dangers outside his mansion. However, as the story unfolds, the main character discovers his hidden potential as a skilled swordsman, an integral part of the world's fate. So it's a pretty interesting story if you ask me. This anime offers a rich narrative steeped in political intrigue, complex character relationships, and philosophical musings about free will and destiny. The anime's world building is intricate with a deeply woven plot that keeps viewers invested. Its character-driven storylines and intense action sequences, coupled with its moral and ethical dilemmas, make it a standout entry in the fantasy genre. Coming up at number 7, we have The Witch and the Beast. Now I'm sure a lot of you have never even heard about this one, and I don't blame you, because this title is beyond boring. It literally almost sounds like a Disney movie. Even the trashy Isekai titles give off a better vibe than this. But in any case, here we have two enigmatic characters with hidden depths, and the girl in particular seems rough around the edges, brash, impatient, and often dismissed due to her rash nature. But her looks, well, let's just say they don't really give any hint to her actual powers, because stemming from a curse that gives her immense strength and endurance, she literally wields monstrous power, and her curse is both a burden and a source of incredible power. When her beastly nature surfaces, she transforms from a girl who just seems reckless into a terrifying force. This transformation is a fascinating exploration of the thin line between humans and monsters, but all this would go down the drain if the anime failed to utilize it in the fight sequences, and they did quite a decent job at that. The action sequences are thrilling and really great to watch, and apart from this, the anime actually dives into themes of vengeance, redemption, and the duality of human nature. The art style is moody and detailed, perfectly complementing the narrative's grim undertones, so if you like anime with some dark psychological elements, this is the one for you. And at number 6, we have Tower of God. Now, season 2 of this series was really underwhelming, to be honest. It had so much potential, but due to the poor execution, it really couldn't pack a punch to the viewers. But that doesn't take away anything from its characters. They are genuinely really good. And as for the main character, we have a naive, gentle boy with no combat experience or remarkable physical traits. His frail appearance and quiet demeanor make him seem utterly unprepared for the brutal challenges of the tower. However, this dude possesses an extraordinary affinity for controlling the mystical energy that governs the tower. As he progresses, his buried abilities gradually surface, revealing him to be far more powerful than initially perceived. And this transformation is a slow burn, which makes each revelation of his power feel impactful and earned. His ability to adapt and overcome increasingly difficult challenges despite his unassuming presence keeps you intrigued, and the story really excels in world building and character development, creating a rich, multi-layered narrative filled with mystery and intrigue. The tower itself is a labyrinth of diverse environments and challenges, each designed to test the limits of its climbers. But it's really sad that the anime couldn't capitalize on its greatness. I mean, it wasn't bad, but if you read the actual manga, you'd see what the true potential is. Then at number 5, we have Blockade Battlefront, a show that thrives on its vibrant world building and frenetic pace. Blending supernatural chaos with heartfelt moments, the main character seems like an ordinary, unassuming young man with little to no combat prowess. His weak appearance and shy nature make him an easy target in the chaotic supernatural city. However, if you haven't guessed it yet, the main character possesses a hidden power, the all-seeing eyes of the gods. It's a powerful ability that grants him extraordinary vision and the ability to perceive things beyond normal human capacity. This power puts him on par with much stronger beings, despite his seemingly average physical condition. And as he slowly learns to wield his abilities, responsibly at that, while navigating the dangerous and bizarre city, his powers make him invaluable to the organization, which fights to maintain a balance between humans and the supernatural. And the anime's quirky, larger-than-life characters and high-energy action sequences are balanced by Leonardo's personal struggles and growth. So if you want to watch some action-packed stories, this is the one. Next at number 4, we have Mashle. So Black Clover is the shonen edgy type, Wisteria is the serious type, and Mashle is the corny one. And I think that pretty much explains it all. So as the main character, we have Mash, a young man who lives in a magical world but lacks any magical abilities. His plain appearance and quiet nature makes him seem like an easy target in a society where magic determines status and power. However, Mash compensates for his lack of magic with extraordinary physical strength, so overwhelming that he can defeat powerful magic users with sheer brute force. I mean, look at him, the dude is jacked. Mash's story is a hilarious subversion of the typical magical shonen trope, where he uses his muscles to solve problems in a world where spells reign supreme. His straightforward, no-nonsense approach to every challenge makes him a character who is easy to love, and it's no wonder he's so popular in the community, and part of that is due to how well it combines parody with genuine heart, making fun of traditional magical tropes while delivering satisfying action and character development, so if you haven't seen it, give it a shot. After that, at the 3rd spot, we have Bungo Stray Dogs. This is probably the most popular one on the list, and if you haven't actually seen the show, there is no freaking way you haven't heard of the psychopath called Dazai. This dude's literally everywhere, and he isn't the protagonist. Because as the main character, we have this wimp-looking guy, who embodies the classic underdog trope. From the outset, Hei is portrayed as a frail, insecure orphan, often overshadowed by more confident and assertive figures around him. His nervous demeanor and constant self-doubt make him appear kinda weak and vulnerable. However, this guy is an absolute beast. No, I mean it. Literally. Dude's a frickin' tiger. He can transform into a powerful white tiger, a beast of immense strength and unparalleled regenerative abilities, and this transformation is symbolic of his latent potential, which mirrors characters, and his journey is not just about uncovering his powers, but also about growing into a hero who can protect others despite his fragile exterior. His battles against members of the Port Mafia show how appearances can be really deceiving, and the show overall excels in blending supernatural action with some mafia stuff, and I never really expected the spy and supernatural genre to work this well together, so if you haven't seen this one, you're really missing out. The runners-up of today's list, we have The Elusive Samurai, and I was generally surprised by how good it was. So the main character we have here is a young heir to a fallen clan who is initially portrayed as weak and cowardly. His frail build and nervous personality do not really match well with his surroundings. However, the main character's true strength lies in his unparalleled ability to evade and outmaneuver his foes. His talent for stealth and agility makes him a master of escape, turning his perceived weakness into his greatest assets. and his journey from a scared child to a cunning leader is the heart of the series. His ability to read situations and react with precision keeps his enemies on edge, making him a formidable adversary despite his lack of traditional combat skills. And talking about the actual anime, it stands out for its historical context, blending real events with supernatural elements, and the anime's unique approach to portraying war and survival. With a focus on strategy over brute force, it sets it apart from typical shonen fare, so be sure to give this one a shot. But at the top spot of today's list, we have Kaiju number 8. Now this was probably one of the better animes that came out in 2024. And there's a reason why it became so popular, and that is simply its characters. But for today, we're just gonna focus on the main character. So the show introduces us to insanely huge monsters known as Kaiju. To fight them, there is a special defense force which is almost similar to the concept of Tokyo Ghoul. But that's beside the point. After every rampage a Kaiju does, there is a cleanup squad to look after the damage, and part of it is our main character, a character who seems resigned to a life of mediocrity. Working as a Kaiju cleanup crew member, he dreams of joining the defense force, but it is held back by his age and repeated failures. His tired eyes and weary demeanor paint the picture of someone who has given up on greatness. However, Bro's life takes a dramatic turn when he becomes host to a Kaiju, transforming him into the Kaiju number 8. His newfound powers allow him to confront Kaiju head-on, something that would have been unthinkable in his previous state. This transformation adds layers to his character, as he must now balance his human vulnerabilities with his Kaiju strength. The story gains much of its tension from his duality, and the main character may look like an ordinary man most of the time, but when the situation demands, he becomes a powerhouse and turns the battle on its head. This anime offers a fresh take on the Kaiju genre by focusing on the human element behind the monster battles. The series effectively balances intense action with heartfelt moments, providing a nuanced look at heroism and duty. But one thing I have to say is, they really messed up the character designs. But that's certainly not a flaw that should stop you from watching the show. Well, that's the list for today, guys. If you were able to make it this far, please be sure to comment down below on which anime you think should have been on this list. Also, if you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press on that bell icon. It set us all to be notified about all our latest new videos. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.